Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It podcast. I'm your host, Deonica McKill, and today we're going to be talking about choices. Choices? Anybody like, what do you mean choices? I actually posted that on my story. I don't know if y'all seen that. Today's Sunday, so if you see my Sunday story, I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but it said, I had a drink. I don't never have drinks, so I'm all tipsy and I'm weird right now. The dogs are upset. The dogs are upset, you guys. Choices. Did you know that the average adult makes about 35,000 choices in a day? And I bet y'all why do you want to talk about choices? Choices can change your life. Choices are... If y'all watch my episode with Larizi, you know I said that life feels like it's a game sometimes. You have different levels that you have to go through in life. There's different challenges, different experiences. And how does that have to do with choices is that those choices affect the future. So, choices. I tried something over the weekend. I was I'm going to try and see if, I guess... I could take advantage of asking people things and seeing how far it would get me, I usually am a prideful type of person, and I don't like to ask for help, and I don't like to ask people for stuff, especially if I can do it for myself. But I was let's test some things out and see, if I make a choice that I usually wouldn't make, how would it affect my life in a sense, So... over the weekend, oh look, my sister right here. Hey, I'm in the middle of recording. You're good. But over the weekend, we went to a parade yesterday, and I was they had some people that was eating, and it smelled so good, and we was man, I'll do anything for one of them plates, And I was I wonder where this food coming from, where everybody getting this food from. It smell good, it smell like it's close, and it gotta be close because these people are eating right behind me. So my mom was see where they're getting the food from, and I was oh no, I'm kind of nervous, So then I thought about it, and I was you remember you said you're trying something new over this weekend, you're gonna try things that you usually wouldn't do. So I was let me go ahead and just walk up to these complete strangers and just be where can I get this food? So they had these old men sitting on the lawn, and they was eating their food, and I was where y'all get that food from? And it was right there, and it was the house that was the lawn they was sitting in, and I was whose house is this? They were I don't know. And I'm how you getting food from somebody's house and you don't even know who they are, right? And they were well, they told us we could have some food. So I was okay. It was just walk back there. I was oh my gosh, because that's kind of rude, to just walk through somebody's yard or gate and just hey, give me some food, right? So I was let me go ahead and just try whatever. So I started walking back further back, and I seen this lady, and she looked pretty nice. So I was hi. Hi, where can I get some of this food? I'll do anything for some of this food. But I was just joking, trying to make it, lighten the conversation. I don't know, come approachable, fun, in a fun little way. And she was go in the back and get some food. I was but I don't know anybody here. I was whose house is this for? And it was I don't know. And I'm bro, nobody knows whose house this is for. Everybody just coming to this person's house eating. So I go to the back, and I see where they're cooking the food, and there were these two dudes right there, and they were serving and making the plates. And I was okay. I was hi, I was told I could come back here and get some food. It was yeah, what you want? We got some crawfish, we got some turkey necks, we got some pasta, we got some barbecue chicken. What you want? I was dang, I got options. I was can I get a little bit of everything? Is that okay? And they were yeah. And I was whose house is this? So then they turn around and they point to the guy in the back, and it was an older gentleman, and they were it's his house. And I was oh, okay, well, thank y'all so much for the plate. I got me some food. And as I'm leaving, the man whose house it was for, he came out, and I was thank you so much. I was thank you so much for the food. I really appreciate you. Let me have some food, because I said, it's a stranger. I don't know literally nobody. I don't know anybody. And usually I wouldn't eat from a stranger, but the food was smelling so good. We was at the parades early in the morning. I didn't even eat nothing. It was 10 o'clock in the morning, but I was I'm gonna eat some of this food because it smelled good and everybody else was eating, so why not? And then I walk out and I went to my mom. She was like, oh, you really got a plate of food? I was like, yep, I really got a plate of food. So me doing something that I normally wouldn't do, I guess it's a small step. It got me a plate of food and cured my hunger. So that's a plus. You okay, Ivy? I'm sitting on my porch, y'all. Let's take a sip. So imagine if I did a choice, did something I usually wouldn't do. Let's look at the bigger picture. So I always like to imagine. I don't think I'm crazy because my thoughts are always just like big for the most part. Like everything. I was just always imagine like my life having like some magical thing happen, because magical things do usually happen to me. You'd be like, how? Like that's so random. But anyways, imagine talking to somebody and you just so happen to talk to somebody, ask them how their day doing. I said how their day doing, how their day is going. And you just so happen to talk to somebody that is able to help you in a resourceful way. So something I would like to do more interviews and talk with more people. And imagine you just talk to somebody who does a podcast also, and they're looking to do more interviews. That would be like something that would be beneficial, you know? So I'm like, I need to start opening my mouth more, talking, networking, because that's something I don't do. Choices also, another thing. Oh, it's kind of juicy, but it's not really juicy, but it's a little juicy, but it's not juicy like that. It's just, anyways. So a choice that I made recently, and it's not something that I regret at all. As you guys know, recently I became detached from my ex, and it's just so funny because, like, you know, I'm a big energy type of person, you know. Yes, Ivy, I have to take a pause, y'all. Freezing? Bleeding on his knuckles. You okay? He bleeding on his knuckles, y'all. You maybe might want to clean it a little bit with some soap and water. If you get a sore, clean it with some soap and water. Anyways, y'all, make choices with the people in your life is what I'm trying to say. Make sure the people in your life are not, I guess, energy drainers. Or this is Ivy. Say hello.
Hello.
Energy drainers, and you just have the choice to walk out of a relationship or walk away from a job or stuff like that. Like, you have choices that you can make. You can deal with things or you cannot deal with things. It's really up to you. So I guess what I'm trying to say is make sure you make choices in your life that are going to benefit you, you know. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Make sure when you take into consideration like your future in your life, and like I say, we make on average 35,000 choices in a day. That's a lot. Just from waking up in the morning and deciding if you're gonna press snooze on the alarm, or waking up in the morning. Waking up in the morning and waking up on time. Sorry, y'all. I keep burping. That's what drinking do to you, huh? This is like the third, fourth one. But you can wake up in the morning and get to work on time. You can wake up in the morning and decide to quit your job, and you can wake up in the morning and decide you're gonna change your whole career path and just do something else, you know. You can wake up in the morning and feel like, you know what, I want to leave my lover. You can wake up in the morning and feel like, I want to go look for love, you know. It could be anything. The choices you make, just to make sure those choices are going to make you happy and are going to be beneficial to you. I guess that's what I wanted to talk about. Just how choices can change your life. The choices that you make can affect your life. Every little choice. From eating. Like, if you decide to skip lunch or not, like, your life is going to be altered by every single choice that you make. So make sure every time you make a choice, it's something that is going to be beneficial to you. I don't know. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Ivy, can you leave that chair there? That's a really heavy chair. Anyways, you guys, like I said, this is not going to be a very long episode. I just want you, Ivy, walk around and go get the chair. Be cautious about the decisions that you make, the choices that you make, the things that you say, and the things that you do. And just be great. Just always make sure you take yourself into consideration as well. And what else? I think that's really all I had to say. Y'all want to see my outfit? Let's look at my outfit. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do a separate video because I'm gonna change the thingy. I'm gonna put the thing up my nose. I'm gonna change it to vertical and let y'all see my outfit because I look kind of cute today. Okay, thank you guys so much for listening. I love you guys so much, and thank you for supporting me in my podcast. Follow me on Instagram if you're not following me already at LTAI_podcast_. And y'all be blessed and don't forget to smile. Bye.